Michael here. I'm in LAX getting ready to go to Chicago to teach a seminar there. I'll be there for a couple days over the weekend. I was thinking this morning, there's this concept that, where people show up to the dojo or they show up to class with an agenda. So sometimes students come to class, they have an agenda, and that agenda can be all kinds of things. It can be to get a workout, it can be to look cool, it can be to try to get a new rank, it can be try to impress their teacher. That agenda is not always to help the students learn. Sometimes the instructors have their own agenda that has nothing to do with teaching or helping the other students to learn. Sometimes it's trying to make money, sometimes it's trying to look cool, sometimes they're there to get a workout. So some of the agendas that students have and the agendas that instructors have are the same. But anytime you show up to the dojo with an agenda, it's going to get in the way of training and get in the way of actual learning. So I recommend to you that you don't show up there with any kind of agenda. All right. I'm going to get on a plane soon, and I'll see you when I'm in Chicago. So here's my ride from the airport. He picked me up and he said, "I picked up the Shihan." That's not something you hear every day. Curbside pickup of the Shihan.
Right. That's true.
All right, thank you.
Peace.
I'm pretty excited about this seminar tomorrow. We have people coming from different states and different dojos around Chicago. I'm not sure who all is going to be there, but I'm planning to teach some of the stuff I learned from Hatsumi Sensei in Japan, and also some basic muto dori. I don't know how far we're going to be able to take that, because there's going to be a variety of skill levels of the people there. So it's going to be. I'm going to kind of keep it open and see what happens, see what we discover in the moment.
So you worked with these guys before, right?
Yeah, last year I did a seminar with these guys in Chicago, and they were very responsive. They seemed to enjoy it a lot, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm trying not to have too much of an agenda. My main agenda is to share things that I've learned with Hatsumi Sensei, but I've found in my experience teaching that if I come with too much of an agenda, it's very difficult to adapt to what people really need in the training. And also, for my own, to make the seminar richer for myself and for everybody who's there, I need to be open and free in what I'm showing.
Is that something that Sensei does?
Hatsumi Sensei usually shows up to class without any really agenda at all, and he's very much in the moment, and people will demonstrate basic techniques, and then he'll riff off of those kind of in an improv fashion. I'm not going to take it that far, because there's certain basic ideas that I'm trying to share from Hatsumi Sensei himself, so I can't really get that open with it, but I'm going to do my best to adapt to what people are experiencing in the dojo tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. After traveling on Friday night, I woke up really early on Saturday morning. I was jet lagged and a bit exhausted, and I walked outside, and man, Chicago can be chilly. I'm from California, and we never, in Southern California, we don't get that cold. But when I first woke up, there was some snow coming down, some snow flurries, and so I spent some time just watching the snow come down from the sky, and it put me in a good mood for the training to come. All right, what an amazing weekend. I had a really wonderful time training with everybody in Chicago. There was people from all over that showed up for the event. My focus was to present. I started off trying to present some basic muto dori and some of the ideas that I was learning with Hatsumi Sensei in Japan. My last visit in December. So I didn't know the level or the skill or the ability of the people that were going to be at the seminar. So I was trying to stay open and flexible to what they were able to deal with. But within about 30 minutes, early on Saturday morning, I quickly discovered that they had the ability to get quite advanced. So the material that I was teaching got very advanced very fast. So that was kind of a surprise to me, and because of that, sometimes you can if people are capable of working at a high level like that, you can move too quickly and take things a little bit far from reality, and taijutsu needs to be grounded. So I took some time to reground what we were studying and went back to the kihon and the basics, and that was something that was useful for everyone. The one thing about kihon and basics is that you never really stop learning from them, no matter what your rank or your ability. And the people that were there at the event, it seemed obvious that they appreciated that, and they were definitely getting something out of the basic kihon that we were doing. But kihon can be basic and also advanced at the same time. So when you approach the kihon from the perspective of the type of material that Hatsumi Sensei is teaching in Japan, when you approach it in that way, then the kihon takes on another quality. And so then on the second day, people were tired and sore. I think the morning started off a little slow. People were kind of straggling in. And I thought, okay, we're going to have a much smaller turnout on the second day. But that's all right. But as the day went on, more and more people started arriving and waking up. So we were, on the second day, we spent a lot of time with muto dori. And, the kind of muto dori that Hatsumi Sensei is teaching has a lot to do with control. So you're controlling the attack, you're controlling the opponent's weapon, but you're also controlling the space itself, the kukan, so that you can stay safe. When they have a weapon and you don't, and you're doing muto dori, that's one of the biggest challenges, is just staying safe to begin with. So we went through the day with that material, and I have to say I was really impressed with these all of these Bujinkan teachers and students in Chicago. They had ability far beyond what I was kind of expecting or anticipating. So that was wonderful, and on top of that, they were the most gracious and giving hosts. Everybody that came to the seminar was really polite and respectful and inquisitive and curious. Michael Jones went out of his way to make me comfortable and meet every need that I had. I don't ask for much. I'm pretty self-sufficient in general, but he went above and beyond, and everybody was just so wonderful. So big props to Chicago. That was great. Michael Jones was very hospitable and welcoming, and I can't say enough about these teachers in Chicago. Those students that have them as instructors there are quite lucky. So Michael wrote to me, and I want to read a little bit of what he said. He said, "Thank you for the kind words and phenomenal lessons. We are truly humbled by your openness and support. And on a personal note," he says, "I am deeply appreciative for the insights, the fine-tuning, and the challenges that you have shared. Once again, a mind-blowing event." Wow, thanks, Michael. That was quite a compliment. Yeah, he's the one who invited me originally to train there in Chicago, and he definitely got a lot out of it. I think it meant a lot to him for me to visit and share some of my experiences with Hatsumi Sensei in Japan. Yeah, it's very useful for people to be able to train with someone who's been to Japan. It's not easy for everyone to go there, and maybe they can't get there that often, but if they can connect with somebody who's been there and trained with Soke, that can be very helpful. It can keep them connected to the teaching that's going on in Japan.